Many of you believe me that for a very long time, after 20 years, we had a very bad insurgency that brought in a lot of challenges in northern Uganda. And these were culminated by the signing of the Juba Peace Agreement, in which we agreed on 5 agenda items. And I think the cessation of hostility in northern Uganda in 2006 marked the beginning of a new phase of seeing a semblance of peace in northern Uganda. That was when the gun formally fell silent and the LRA were relocated across the border and across to the other side of DR Congo. And to date, after a decade of this, we are beginning to witness a lapse in the enjoyment of the emerging peace. And this is attributed to a number of violence that have been reported, not only in Gulu, but I think started with Gulu, then shifted to Kitgum, and then from Kitgum it has relocated itself to Gulu again. And aware of many factors that are around us, the deterioration of peace in South Sudan is one of those, and the influx of refugees, and of course accompanying small arms and light weapons are also entering. So we have a mix of challenges within the region, and this is affecting a lot our recovery process in northern Uganda. And of course, for the last 1 month, Gulu Municipality has not been at peace with itself. This is because for all times, every night, Gulu Municipality has constantly registered violence meted on the innocent population around town. And this involves use of weapons. One of those, machetes. Secondly, use of armors, and then guns. And I think this has been very clearly indicated. A number of deaths has been reported. I've requested the DPC to give me the statistics. They have not yet given. And of course, a number of injuries, very, very dangerous injuries, have also been reported, especially in Peche Division and other areas surrounding La Road Division. And I think Badege is minimal. So we feel very concerned. First of all, as residents of Gulu Municipality, we condemn this in the strongest terms possible. Because the reason why there was a struggle to ensure that there was peace in northern Uganda was to ensure that our children recover and get back to school. And as everybody is struggling to recover, this is again coming up. I would like to state very clearly that we had a very dangerous end of the Juba peace process because implementation as far as it was required was not done, especially on demobilization, disarmament, and reintegration. These were not done. And you can now begin to see that the impact of this process is beginning to emerge after 10 years. People still have, there are those who are still around that did not undergo any process. But of course, we also have thugs that are using the situation in northern Uganda for their personal interests. That is why, as the community of northern Uganda and Gulu Municipality in particular, and Acholi at large, we need to isolate and in clear terms that the security and peace that we had started enjoying should not be jeopardized with a few who are looking at all this with a lot of jealousy. And that calls upon the entire community of Acholi to rise up against conflict entrepreneurs who would like again to push northern Uganda back to where it came from. As members of parliament, we are proceeding to raise more of these issues with the government of Uganda. Last week, I raised this issue on the floor of parliament during Prime Minister's question time. to the effect on how Gulu Municipality and the neighboring areas were deteriorating in terms of peace and security. The Prime Minister assured us in Parliament that he would collaborate with the Inspector General and the Army Commander to ensure that these are investigated fast and immediate remedy done. By yesterday, I followed up on the Prime Minister's promise. I spoke to the Army Commander, General Katumba, who assured me that they have left everything in the hands of the Inspector General of Police. Because for them, they will not still see it as a military threat. They see it as a local security issue that the police should be in position to handle. When I spoke with Inspector General of Police, Kaiwara, he emphasized to me that they were drawn back by what took place in Kasese, but is in touch with the leadership of the army in Gulu and police to ensure that what they did in Kitgum is also done in Gulu immediately. And he said it is under process. So these are words that I got from the leadership of security yesterday. But nonetheless, while those take place, I think as communities in Gulu and the institutions that are charged with responsibilities for peace and security, especially police and the army, I think it is very, very incumbent upon them to ensure that there should be order with immediate effect. This morning, I talked with the district police commander. He still assured me that they are doing all they can, and so far, there are those they have captured, they have arrested. I don't know who they are, and then there are those they are following up. By the next 1 week, all of them will be taken from wherever they are. These are statements that the police boss told me as I was coming, and I will be meeting him after this briefing. As far as we are concerned in Acholi parliamentary group, our position is one, that nobody should come and impose insecurity in Acholi Sub Region. Because we have those who are very jealous in the way the community, in terms of their resilience, are recovering from war and would want us to be back where we are. And this is our position. This is not politics. This is survival of a community. And that is why our position has been very clear that we should stand together and ensure that this is stamped out once and for all. So we call upon government of Uganda to respond to the cry we made in Parliament, to respond to the cry of the communities that were made even yesterday in a joint security meeting that was chaired, and in attendance was the chair of the district and other leaders of security, especially the Residence District Commission. I mean, yes, the Resident District Commission, Alapola. I think it is incumbent upon him as well, as the chair of security in the district, to ensure that all round 24 hours, normalcy must be restored in Gulu Municipality. The challenge we have had is that there has not been very effective nighttime patrol by the police. And here they said they were not so many. But I think Gulu Municipality is a very small space that can still be handled. And from this briefing, I'm still going back to the DPC to ensure that from today, we have at least effective patrol that is done throughout the night. We have also had issues where patrols being made were made in a way that was very unethical. People were being roughed up, beaten up, and I think this does not go with the interest of ensuring that citizens are secure. And these are issues we need to look for with them, that protection of the people of Uganda in Gulu Municipality entails that you secure their security. You do not impede their freedom by again beating people and those who are very innocent, and I think this is very uncalled for. We also would like to inform you that what is emerging needs joint efforts. And joint effort means that all efforts must be complementary to the single goal or objective that Gulu and the entire Acholi must regain normalcy as far as peace and security is concerned. That means that we as members of parliament, we have to stand as one. So far we are one. The district officers in Gulu district and the entire other districts of Acholi should stand as one through the joint Acholi leadership forum. The police force, especially in the region here, the Aswa region, which takes the entire districts of Acholi, should as well be committed as one, so that when this is being done, we do it with one voice and not to single out that this is politicking. And these are the assurances we would like to send out there for those who might think that the situation now should be used politically for gaining outcomes that are individual in nature. But I think it should be for our own community gain. It's our vigilance that will help us to single out those that are coming into Gulu to destroy the peace that is beginning to emerge. As the area member of parliament, I will be going back tomorrow to Kampala to ensure that what we raise with the Prime Minister is properly coordinated and results seen. It is also fortunate that the Prime Minister may be coming this afternoon here. So these are issues we are going to constantly raise with him when it comes to bury our late brother.